Welcome to Haunted Homebodies, where Halloween isn't just a day, it's a lifestyle. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Sarah, and we're your guides through the delightfully dark corners of comfort horror.
Grab your stakes and your scarves.
It's time to patrol the graveyard.
Time for Buffy. Okay, I have to confess, this may have been like the third episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer I've ever watched, possibly.
So I saw that in the notes, and I must have mixed this up with like Twin Peaks or something. Like I thought you had gotten like some duration into Buffy before quitting. I knew you hadn't seen the whole thing. I didn't realize you were so new, which makes this a really interesting first episode for you.
I have thoughts for sure. So I think this was another one like Twin Peaks, which might be why we're crossing wires there, where I had a Hulu subscription or trial or something, and then the trial ended and it was only on Hulu at that point, and I kind of was like, I don't have like $15 a month for Buffy right now.
And like there's so many episodes of it. It would take so long to get through it. It's not like you could just be like, oh, let me pay for a month, I'll finish. Like, no, this is a commitment. And
I totally see this as a show that once you get into it, like you love it, but it wasn't one where it's like, oh, I'm so grabbed by the first episode. You know,
it's fair.
It's very of the time. It is very campy. Like I feel like I would need, like you even wrote in some of our discussion points some of the characters' names. I'm like, I already forgot who these people are. I watched the episode 2 days ago, so you're gonna have to help like keep me oriented.
That's perfectly acceptable. I will provide all the commentary. And this is as good a time as any to give my spoiler alert, because it's gonna be as much to you as to our listeners. Like this episode, so we're listeners kicking off our vampire theme with this episode. So I had to pick like the most vampire-y of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer episodes. So we're doing Buffy vs. Dracula, season 5, episode 1. So we are like far into the series with this episode. It is kind of a standalone episode for the major plot points, but there's like a lot that touches the episode, and then one really big thing the episode touches. So you are gonna get spoilers. It will not detract from your enjoyment of Buffy if you choose to watch it again later.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on for like a chunk of it. Like, what is happening?
That is fair. And I will try to provide some context.
Yeah, you can give me some context. It's really helpful for me, because then I'll have, I mean, regardless, it was weird. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed myself. So why don't you give us a little background on the show?
All right. So Buffy the Vampire Slayer first debuted on March 10th, 1997. But the episode we're talking about today, again, Buffy vs. Dracula, came out on September 26th, 2000. What a year. What a year. And I'm giving, just in case any of you haven't experienced Buffy, just like Ashley mostly hasn't, a quick synopsis of the show and then the episode itself. So a young woman destined to slay vampires, demons, and other infernal creatures deals with her life fighting evil with the help of her friends.
Cute.
Now, the episode we're watching today is where the one and only Dracula makes his way to Sunnydale. That's the town that they all live in. And immediately has everyone enchanted. Even Buffy might not be able to resist his charms.
Barf. I'm just going to get that right out of the way. So it's cringy.
It's a barf-worthy episode, I think.
I was not ready. I was like, this is not safe for work. I thought this was like a children's show. Where's Scooby-Doo? It's like a teen show, right?
It's like but definitely a little more on the adult side.
Okay.
This show never felt kid-like to me at all.
Yeah.
But speaking of Scooby, the like main group of characters in the show, like that main group of friends, they call themselves the Scooby Gang or the Scoobies.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The Scoobies?
The Scoobies. Yeah, it's adorable. So there's our tie-in. Also, is Sarah Michelle Gellar our most featured actress so far in the podcast?
She might be, and I'm okay with that.
Me too. I love her. I love her
she's
a
great.
lot.
She's really fun in this.
Yeah. This is one of my top 3 favorite shows of all time. Like we rotate places, but like of all time, I love the show. Both of my cats are named after characters in this show. Obviously, I have Buffy. And then I have Rupert, named after Rupert Giles.
Oh, that's his first name?
It's his first name. Yeah.
I thought Giles was his first name.
No, it's his last name.
Oh, he's cute. He's sweet.
I love Giles. Giles is great.
Yeah. He was, I think, my favorite of the episode. So where can we watch right now?
We can watch Buffy on Hulu, currently streaming on Hulu.
Oh, it also is on Tubi, I think. I think that's where I watched it because I still am not a Hulu subscriber.
I love it. I'm pretty sure I watched it on Hulu. Now I'm double checking that.
Yeah. No, it was on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. Yeah.
And now it's free on Tubi with a buttload of commercials. But,
and I think it's on Disney Plus because I think everything on Hulu is on Disney Plus now because they're merging.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can watch this. You can access this, people.
Yeah, this is great. This is accessible now. I didn't have to rent anything or subscribe to anything. This is a good day for me. It's a good day. I'd like to kick off the discussion, if I may.
Please.
Just tell me what you love about the show. Like, this is top 3. That is big time. I want to know, like why? Like, what about the show do you love so much?
Okay. Peak camp.
Yeah.
This show is absurd, start to finish. I mean, like the very premise of it, which, by the way, the show is based originally on a movie, which is not a good movie. It's called Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's got a whole different cast.
Okay.
But it was also written by Joss Whedon. And like the whole premise is this like high school cheerleader gets tapped to defeat all these evil things, and the town they live in is on this thing called the Hellmouth. Like camp like can barely even touch the surface of the show. So I love that. And then both something I've loved about it, but then I think has kept me away from it fairly recently, is it is so angsty. Like in it, like Buffy is such an angsty character, which you definitely see in this episode. Spike is so angsty. Angel in the seasons he was on is so angsty. Like it is epically angsty. And when I first watched the show for the first time, it was I had just moved to Louisiana and I like didn't really have any friends yet. And I was like all by myself watching the show. It was perfect. Like it hit so perfectly. But it's pretty goofy.
It is. Do you know, it reminded me of a term I just learned from the book community at large called coming of rage instead of coming of age. And I was like, that might be a little bit dramatic, like angsty versus rage. But it's definitely the time, like the age group in high school where everyone's like figuring out their place in the world. And apparently Buffy's place in the world is defeating, what was it? Infernal creatures?
Infernal creatures.
Does that just mean like from the inferno? What is that? I've never heard that word. Add that to my vocab. That'll be my vocab word of the day. Well, I have to say something about the show that struck me since we are hot off of watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So Sabrina is mostly in the 90s, right? And this is at that cusp, like it's in the 2000s. And what this made me realize is I always thought like 90s was like kind of tacky fashion. No. I think I really like 90s fashion. It was when we went into the 2000s and that transitional period where things like went off the rails. Like everyone's look in this, like they have like nice hair. That's about it. Like their clothing, like I had the opposite reaction that I had to Sabrina, where Sabrina I was like, I want like all of their wardrobe like right now. No notes, everything. And this show, I was like, oh, gosh. It's so tacky.
There are some very good outfits throughout the show, but not like consistently, except Willow. Willow, because she's a witch, has the best outfits. So they're very 90s witchy. Yeah, that's Allison Hannigan. Okay, she's got the red hair.
So did she know she was a witch the whole series? Because that confused me, because she said something at the beginning of the episode where I was like, wait, what's going on here? Like, I didn't know if a lot of shows like this at least start where the person who's fighting evil, like the friends don't know that they have the power, and they're like Sabrina, right? Nobody knows she's a witch, and part of the whole plot is like keeping the mortals separate and in the dark. Like, was this show like this, or were all the friends like all the Scooby snacks or whatever they were called?
Scooby Gang.
Scooby Gang. Excuse me. That's way cooler. Sorry.
They did have to go on the discovery journey, but
Okay.
so did Buffy.
Okay. She didn't know that she was
Yeah, well, I think
the
it
chosen one.
It like happened to her. It wasn't like
Okay.
from childhood also. I mean, like she was chosen. It was like, destiny or whatever.
Sure.
Also, it's been some years since I have watched the show. So I'm not like the most credible source on all of this. But yes, they go through the journey. By this point, everybody knows everything. Like
Okay.
her boyfriend knows, but like his name is Riley. Ugh, Riley's
Don't say he's boring. Is he boring?
Riley is so boring.
Oh, no, I was like, she's saying,
so boring.
He's boring. He was boring in this episode. I'll give you that.
He is.
Even
boring.
I thought that.
Yeah.
He's cute.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Mark Lucas.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
We'll get into the plot. Only in this episode, I mean, like, because I don't know, I guess it raises an interesting debate, right? Because if we get into the plot of the episode, and Dracula, who is so broody.
Thanks.
I've watched a lot of shit. I don't think I've ever seen anyone brood as hard as that man did. I mean, all he needed was like chapstick. That was distracting for me. Like his lips were really dry. But beyond that, like the makeup was on point, the hair was on point, and like, my gosh, he just was brooding all over the place. And so Buffy, like, they're all like, Dracula's a big deal and we need to research him. He's not your average vampire, blah, blah, blah. And he seems like interested in Buffy, and they kind of have this weird interaction. Like, I don't really know what he wants from Buffy. But then in this like really uncomfortable scene, he kind of like, I guess I would call it like seduces her. And then like sucks her blood. And then she's like, kind of like weird and like hiding it, but it's supposed to be like it's okay because it's mind control. But then she's like, I'm not getting controlled, I'm Buffy. And then she like kind of is, kind of isn't. And it was very icky. I don't know. Tell me how I'm supposed to feel, because I don't know.
Buffy fans are not a fan of this episode.
Okay.
And I almost didn't pick this one for us to talk about because it's like not. I mean, it's rated like fairly low on IMDb. It's 7.1 on IMDb, whereas like the highest episodes are 9.7.
Whoa.
I almost made you watch the musical episode and then decided I was going to be a kind friend, and we did not. But that is the highest rated episode of the series, and I love it. Yes.
Come on.
It's amazing.
It's good? How?
It's so good.
Do you know what I immediately thought of was the musical Grey's Anatomy episode that I will never move past?
Oh, I forgot that was a thing. We see in Buffy, you can like explain it away. Like there's a demon that makes it happen. But like the songs hit. Like they're good.
I mean, I am curious, but you know how I feel about musicals in general, so.
Buffy fans like that episode. It's called Once More with Feeling. I have listened to just the soundtrack of that episode many times.
Concerned,
it's excellent. Anyway, I almost didn't pick this episode because it's not one of the best of the show. And it's like, I would say controversial. It's not controversial. There are people who really hate it, and there are people who are like, it's okay, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But one of the reasons they don't like it is because this is a season premiere, and it doesn't really set things up, with the exception of the last 15 seconds, which we'll talk about and I will explain to you. But it doesn't like set up the season. It doesn't like really move anything forward. Right. It's like kind of weird. And then I haven't seen it talked about on the internet, but I agree, it is pretty icky. Although there's like a decent amount of icky in this show.
It's a icky time period for television.
An icky time period. And like, I think they didn't shy away from like things being bad.
Yeah.
I mean, also super icky showrunner. Let's just like take a moment to acknowledge Joss Whedon has like been accused of just like being a huge bully and like some other misconduct on sets. Like so many people have come forward to talk about that, and it sounds like it was a pretty awful experience for many of the people who worked on these shows.
So unnecessary, so disappointing. Just so many disappointing people who we once thought we were fans of.
Who identified as a huge feminist and like to go out and talk about it. And
gross.
Anyway, we have acknowledged it. And so anyway, there is an ick factor in more than this episode. I would agree. I would agree with that.
One other thing that I was personally offended by, which I don't know that would bother Buffy fans, is like put more respect on Dracula's name. You're gonna tell me a teenager, okay, whatever, she's great, she's powerful, rah rah Buffy. I'm a fan of her work. It's freaking Dracula, okay? And we're gonna say that he's defeated like really easily. Like they did not do like did research. Okay. Give me a break. Like, if you're going to introduce Dracula, this is going to be like a multi-season. He's going to be back and forth. Like, I could have understood introducing that, doing some weird little seducey thing, maybe not even having a resolution to that. Maybe Buffy's walking with that guilt, being like, did I want that? Did I not want that? Like, am I, you know what I mean? Rather than like this really vague, like, I was kind of mind controlled, but like maybe I wasn't. I don't know. It was kind of whatever. Like, no. He should have been like coming back, tormenting them. Like, no, she defeated him in a 30-minute episode or whatever it was. That was so wrong to me.
Another reason why it is controversial. Some people think like Dracula does not belong in this setting. Like they have their own vampires with their own specific rules, like leave Dracula out of it. And then some people are like, really? You brought in Dracula and this was it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's kind of a dark episode in some ways, right? Like Buffy is grappling with like what her place is in the world and whether she's like really all that good or if she has some evil in her, and Dracula's supposed to be bringing that out. But then it's also like just like goofy, but like not even in that fun of a way.
Right. Yeah, I think I could get on board with them introducing Dracula and doing it as like it's kind of like not even meta, but it's just blending worlds and we don't know where he fits in, but like not like that. That was so flippant for like one of the OG horror characters ever. And
Yeah.
also, something about this show that maybe you could explain to me how you feel about this. All of the other vampires, or maybe these are the infernal creatures, and you can set me straight, are like hideously deformed. I know I grew up with Twilight where I'm like, they just twinkle and are cute. So seeing the vampires on Buffy is jarring. Like, why does
when
her
they
face
like
look like
turn
that?
into
Yes. Yeah.
So that I believe was like a really intentional choice that they didn't, and obviously it wasn't like in response to Twilight, but it was in response to like glamorous vampires. Like the idea is like they are evil
They're
creatures.
monsters.
Yeah, they're monsters, and to be shown like that. But then obviously like they get their pretty faces the rest of the time. Like Angel, played by David Boreanaz, who's in the first few seasons before he gets his whole own spin-off. If you want to talk about broody vampires, go watch Angel, which is a great show. I don't know why I didn't demand we watch an episode of Angel for our vampire theme. We'll have to have a second vampire theme at some point.
Yeah, for
we'll
sure.
do Angel. But yeah, it's supposed. Sorry, I have a lot of thoughts on Buffy. You must have been expecting this.
Yeah, no, you're doing great. I have just really random complaints. So, I mean, part of also vampire lore, though, is that vampires are attractive, seductive. Yeah. They get your guard down. I'm thinking of Edward Cullen, but like, I don't even need all that. Like, as if you can outrun me. Like, that whole like atrocious Lion and Lamb saga. Oh gosh, I can't wait to talk about that movie. Oh, I love it and hate it so much all at the same time. It's wonderful. It's just so horribly wonderful. But anyway, like, so they in this show they establish that like, oh, okay, they're cute, they're this, they're that, but then when they are attacking, they become monsters. Is that the idea?
I think it's just like, well, yes, that is how it happens. When they attack, like in order to like get their fangs out, like, unless you're Dracula, apparently, like they go all ugly vampire. But and it's just supposed to represent that they are actually evil.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think it's that deep.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I think when shows or movies choose to subvert like the lore surrounding something, I just want a reason that's not like because they're evil.
Yeah.
Isn't that part of the point of the show is to like explore the complexities between like, are we all good and evil? Are the vampires
It
just
makes
evil?
an attempt to do that.
Okay.
Well, okay. Yes, Ashley. That is like a huge, I mean, Angel has this whole Angel, we're doing big spoiler alerts here, guys. Big spoiler alerts, okay? You have been warned. But like Angel like gets his soul and loses his soul. Spike gets a soul at the end.
Which
and
one
there's
is
like
Spike?
Spike is the one with the bleach.
The bleach
tear.
Okay.
Yeah. Spike
is he a love interest?
Yes, and I can't remember where in the timeline from where we are right now. I think like shortly after this. No.
Okay.
Maybe it's not till season 6.
So he's a vampire.
He is a vampire
The whole time, but he's
the
part
whole
of the
time.
he's a Scooby snack.
He's not. He's not part of the Scooby Gang.
Okay.
And that is like where a lot of like the grappling of like whether they're good or bad comes in for both Buffy and Spike. There's a lot of that.
All right, we're getting too deep in the weeds here, but I have one additional question.
I feel as though I'm being interviewed about Buffy, and I love it.
I'm so sorry. I want to understand. So, is it that these few select love interests, right, were such good people or have such a strong soul that they're able to fight against the evil, or are they like why are they? So like all these vampires are just evil and they have this like back and forth and like this grappling with like, are we good or are we evil?
So Spike is evil for like the vast majority of the show.
Okay.
He's evil, but then like, they've got banter and everything, and he becomes a series regular. He's a bad boy. Yeah. The previous season to this, he got implanted with a government chip that made him unable to harm humans.
What?
Yeah. That was that whole like little thing he had with Riley about how he couldn't hurt anyone. Riley was part of that government program. Anyway, so that is like what like kind of turns Spike a little bit. And like I think a big answer to your question is basically you're saying like, why do Angel and Spike get to grapple with this and everybody else just gets staked and dies? Right. And the answer to that question is because there were 100 and some episodes of this television show and they needed plot points.
Is this like Murder, She Wrote, or it's like we've got to introduce some other characters because like people have to die. We can't be killing up the regulars. Fun. We just need vampires to kill. That's the whole show.
Angel like always felt bad about being a vampire. He's like the type that like doesn't kill humans to drink blood like that.
He's the Edward Cullen. He's like, I am a vegetarian.
He is very much Edward Cullen before Edward Cullen existed.
Was Edward Cullen? Yeah. That's what the vibe I'm getting from this, where he's just like, ugh. I'm just so hard to be like so pure, but like also thirsty and cute. It's just tough life.
That's it. Like, in a nutshell. You've got it.
Well, okay, so I've been grilling you. What else do you want to talk about? I'm done grilling for now.
Keep it up. Okay, this is not talking about vampires, but I do want to talk about the opening credits because we often talk about that on the show, and this is another one I love. I feel like it sets the tone in such a weird way with that like punk rock song and then like the really classic 90s just like montage of scenes from the series.
Oh gosh. When did they start making opening credits so boring? Now they're all kind of artsy, and so maybe just because we just all stream and skip them anyway, but it's just like a Game of Thrones thing where like that one was kind of cool, but I think everyone was trying,
so cool. Yeah.
But then everyone's trying to mimic that,
and they all look the same.
Yes. Like I'm thinking of Rings of Power, which neither of us got through, but that seemed like such a rip where it's like a worse version of the Game of Thrones intro. Like you can't just make a worst version of it. Just do something different. Also just make a better show, but whatever.
I feel as though you have not seen the show Peacemaker and that we have talked about that, even though you like John Cena.
We watched the pilot together.
That's right.
And so it was very HBO.
You saw the opening credits of that show.
You hyped it so hard. By the time I watched it, I was like, what is going on here? But no, fun, different, unexpected.
Yeah.
talk about not safe for work. I mean,
Oh yeah,
anytime
that
you turn
is
on a show on
very HBO.
HBO, you're
That's
like,
fair.
okay, we
Yeah.
are fornicating all
Yeah.
over the
You've
place.
you've got it. That's
Oh
what
man,
it
that is
is.
what HBO
Yeah.
is
Can you
in a
imagine if
nutshell.
Buffy had been made on HBO? Where is the reboot
Oof.
coming from?
Oh, good
Who's
question.
producing the
Is it a
reboot?
is it a show or a movie?
It's a show.
Okay.
And for the record, I don't feel good about it. I don't ever feel good
Yeah.
about reboots. I wish we, with the exception of like some of the horror movies we've been watching, because those are
Yeah.
goofy and campy, but like, don't remake my beloved TV show. It's not going to be as good. It's just not.
I would say historically too. It's one thing. Like movies that like reboots and requels are hit or miss for sure. Like
Mm-hmm.
mostly like they're never lining up, but sometimes they're a fun ride. I can't think of a single TV show that did something like that and did it well. Like maybe something like Are You Afraid of the Dark or Goosebumps? Like I didn't watch the Goosebumps, but
I
like at
didn't.
least it was something different. It wasn't the same format. It just was kind of using some of the same characters, but
Right.
introducing it to a new audience. So it's like the existing like us millennials it wasn't necessarily made for us, although like perhaps we could watch that and enjoy it. It was made for like today's audience. Like a lot of people complained about, I remember them complaining about Goosebumps for being woke. It's like everything is terrible because it's woke. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. I just. I just don't see a world in which they can make it better. And they're bringing
Yeah.
back so many characters, including vampires. But like,
That
guess what?
died.
Everyone has aged. No, not ones that
Right.
died, but like they're supposed to be
Yes,
like
true.
Spike, James Marsters. He's a much older man now.
Right. Yeah. He just is not an actual vampire. So yeah, I wonder if they're gonna do that CGI age thing like they did with Sarah Michelle Gellar. I'm assuming in I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
But
But
that
that
was in
was
like a
like such
dream
a
world.
yeah,
So
exactly. It was it was a
yeah. And she also
hallucination.
still looks fantastic.
She
So
does. I
good for
love her. And she's very involved in this show, and I love
Yeah.
that. But like,
Hmm.
I'm setting my expectations low.
For a TV show, yeah. Okay, so just speaking of which, not to make this all about me, but there's also been murmurings of them rebooting either for a show or a movie, Murder She Wrote.
But okay,
Yeah.
that could be done well.
Well, yeah, Angela Lansbury has passed on, and it's like that is such an iconic character that I just
Mm,
don't think I can.
okay.
I just don't think I can. It could be fun, but it will have to take a lot of
If they
effort
take
to
like,
separate her from
yeah,
it. But I'll
they'd
tell
have to
you who
take like
it
the loose premise. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, no, no. So they have someone for
Oh,
it.
okay,
Do you want to
okay.
take just a total shot in the dark? You have no
Oh,
context.
no.
Yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very different
Yes.
energy.
Right.
I love her.
Right. That is pretty much everyone's response that I've seen is like, love her. Probably not for this. But on the same hand, maybe it'll be so different that will be a good thing. Like it will be a totally
Yes.
different, we just need to see it as like a different entity in a way, which is totally why we're here for reboots, right? Is just have a new experience of
But like,
something we like to rewatch the old version of.
but I think that's like the only thing I'm really here for. Like, take the
Yeah.
premise
Yeah.
and do something new.
I agree. Like I really hate pure reboots that are just like I'm gonna remake the exact same plot like with the edits and lighting
Yeah.
of the time and actors of the
Yeah.
time. I don't need that. Like I just rather watch the original when it was original. Go
Yes.
figure. So yeah,
Yes.
I think that's weird. Did you find out what network it was on? Was that what
It's
you were
on
looking for?
Hulu. That makes
Oh,
sense. Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Well,
Which
still
like
won't be watching.
they make
I'm like I'm like, will I ever subscribe to Hulu? Like, who could say?
This is probably not the reason to do
No,
it.
this wouldn't be what draws me in, but
Yeah.
maybe it'll be fun. Like, who knows? Maybe you won't watch it, and then the reviews will come in, and people will be like, "I'm surprised. It's pretty good," and then you'll watch it, and you'll be like, It was okay.
I will wait for the reviews before I even try it.
Right.
I am pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
I know. I'm not trying to change your mind. I have very little hope for that. Even as someone who's not extremely invested in the Buffyverse, that is a concerning choice to me, but
Yeah.
could be
Yeah.
fun. You never know. There's always that like ounce of hope.
Tiny little ounce of hope. We'll see.
Do you have more thoughts on this episode? I think we covered the big points. Basically,
Okay.
more respect on Dracula's name. That's
More
my
respect on
takeaway.
Dracula's name. And people on the internet, by the way, do have like a lot of theories that I am not buying into about like that try to make this episode a little bit less lame. Like, okay, so here's like the big major spoiler in this episode that would have meant nothing to you. So the end of the episode, Buffy walks into her room and her little sister is there.
Yeah.
She has never had a little sister in the show.
Oh. I kind of got that vibe that I was like, they're making this really dramatic. I was like, did they think she was dead? I was mostly just bummed out because of who the actress was.
Michelle Trachtenberg.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is sad. Now I'm sad. But then I was like, okay, so something weird is going on.
So
but
then,
yeah, that would be a big shock, I guess.
People are saying that like Dracula being there had like something to do with it, and like there's like a lot of background to how Dawn ended up on the show with not ended up on the show. There's a lot of background to that character and how she was created, and like really like interesting stuff. And they're saying like, oh, Dracula got Buffy's blood and that's how they created Dawn. And like, no, that's not it. People of the internet, it's okay, but give it up.
Yeah, it seemed like they wanted to do Dracula for whatever reason, didn't push the plot forward at all for a season premiere, which is not great, and then needed something so that people would continue to watch the next week. And they're like, how about a huge reveal? Because it was like kind of nothing happened, but people would probably were excited about the episode if they knew that was going to be like, well, like that's at least intriguing hook.
Dawn is integral to the whole season and like basically everything that happens from then on in the show, although a very divisive character as well.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Well, that was a big surprise.
I've spoiled everything in Buffy for you. There's so many twists and turns. You gotta watch it someday when it's on something you can watch it on.
You know what? I just might, but it might be a while. It might be a while. I just don't have that much time to watch TV right now, and
that's fair.
I'm very devoted to just watching Stranger Things on loop until the final season comes out. So.
Oh my gosh, I need to start my rewatch.
Yeah.
It's time.
It is time. I think especially at your pace, like you're going to need these several months to get through it.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be exciting. Good.
Oh, well, Vampire Month, however many episodes we're doing. It's exciting. I already forgot the rest of what we're talking about aside from Twilight, of course. What else do we have?
Well, next week, we're talking about The Lost Boys.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
I've never seen it.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
I feel like I know a lot of the like quotes and everything from the movie, but I've never seen it before.
I can't wait to hear your thoughts, and if it's going to be once again, if they're not positive, I'm going to ask you to not join our call.
I feel like I'm going to like it.
I mean, it is wonderful to make fun of as well. It has some extremely cheesy moments that are going to be fun to discuss.
You know, I will bring the make fun of energy. I don't think there's been an episode where I haven't done that.
I don't think we're capable of it. Like we don't pick things that, like, if it wasn't something to make fun of, like we would not like want to watch it.
We wouldn't enjoy it.
No, we'd be like, we have to pick a different movie.
Yeah.
This is no good. Or what was it that you were like, Tremors. You were like disappointed that it was like kind of a good movie. That was my favorite part of the podcast so far.
Confused.
You're like, I don't know what I'm feeling in my body. Is it fandom for Tremors? Was it not silly enough?
I really struggled with that one. It was hard. It was hard for me.
Well, here's looking forward to doing a Kevin Bacon theme at some point.
Kevin Bacon.
Tremors. Oh, there's no
Sarah
other
Michelle
Tremor
Gellar.
one. Yeah. We got some good. We got We're gonna go over the place for sure.
We say
It's
for
gonna be
our
fun.
themes. I also am pretty sure I have like another 4 or 5 vampire episodes already ready to go. Or sorry,
Excellent.
vampire things. We have to do
Yeah.
what we do in the shadows.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only watched, I think, the original show a little bit. Or maybe was it a movie at one
It
point?
was
I don't remember.
originally a movie, and then it
Okay,
was
I
a
might have watched that.
show,
Yes.
and it just
Okay.
ended like last year, and it was or
Oh.
earlier this year, and it was so good.
It was definitely one of those movies. I did watch the movie. That's the original you said. So it was one where I was like, I don't want to watch this. And then, you're just like, I'm not going to like this. Like, I don't like it didn't grab me. And then I watched it and I was like, this is incredible. It's so funny to me. I was shocked.
The show is even better.
Oh, it's what is that kind of humor? Because it gets me.
Like the mockumentary style humor.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, I guess, yeah. It was a mockumentary. That
Yeah.
always appeals to me. I don't know what is it
Yeah.
about that's so cozy.
I don't know, but the world loves it. Parks and Rec,
Mhm.
The Office. There's an Office spinoff coming out
Oh.
soon.
Abbott Elementary is a recent
Abbott
one.
Elementary.
That's super cute. And then there's that hospital one, St. Denis Medical.
Oh, I haven't watched that.
Yeah, I mean, I
Oh.
watched the beginning but I fizzled out. I think it was
Wonder
good.
if
It
there's
just-
more mockumentary horror. That could be a theme.
That would be interesting. We'll
Or
look
just
into it.
Halloween episodes of mockumentary. Anyway,
Fun.
well, behind the scenes view, listeners.
Yeah. This is like what our Google Doc conversations in the comments are just like me being like, bleep, bloop, bloop, how about this? How about this? And it's like 15 paragraphs. And Sarah's like, sounds fun.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I love it. Well, thanks for watching an episode of one of my top 3 favorite shows of all time.
I had a great time.
So much
Despite
fun.
my complaints, I enjoyed myself. You know that I take campy, silly shit really seriously.
Yeah.
So
And you know
I
what?
need the facts. I need the lore. I need it to make sense.
Buffy
and-
also takes itself very seriously, perhaps too seriously at
Interesting.
times.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll probably talk about Buffy again at some point.
I will demand it, yes. So we'll
Can't
see
imagine
you
it's the end.
there.
All right. Well, so we're talking about the Lost Boys next week. So
Yeah.
we'll see you there.
Yeah, okay. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Haunted Homebodies. Make sure you like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
And remember, when in doubt, just stay home.